Being in this room, surrounded by so many like-minded, ambitious Canadians, is the greatest reminder of why and how we built Questrade in the first place. Back then, we were the outliers, putting everyday Canadians in charge of their money, investing. They told me it could not be done, that it was delusional to go toe-to-toe with the biggest banks. The no's just made me want it more. Anyone who's tried to do something great has heard this before. That you're a dreamer, impractical, stubborn, but what others saw as my flaws is exactly what built Questrade. Today they may call you a dreamer, and tomorrow a visionary. Today you may be perceived as impractical and hard-headed, and tomorrow you will be courageous. If you're ambitious, you're our people. Ambition is not something to be shy about or be uncomfortable with. It fuels our purpose. When we lean into it, this ambition, this mindset is what makes the extraordinary possible. What makes nights like tonight a reality and builds the products we launched this year, like custom indexing, a first in Canada. That made it possible for every investor to outgrow one-size-fits-all ETFs for a portfolio. That reflects how they see the markets, and it leads to next steps in trading altogether. Like Questrade Pro, an unmatched blend of power, precision, and personalization, all in one platform. That equip traders with the next generation capabilities they deserve. At Questrade, we are inspired by the drive you bring every day and want to multiply it. Tonight, we are here to show you the next wave of products that will take your ambition even further by embracing your obsessiveness, impatience, and refusal to be satisfied. Let's raise the ceiling of what can come next together.
We all know the feeling. You put your phone down just to pick it right back up, refresh the feed, toggle between the group chats, and check the watch lists, just in case. Why do we do it? Because nobody likes falling behind. Not behind who we think we should be, not behind the people around us, not behind the market. And falling behind is really two fears: missing what's happening, and missing your chance to do something about it. If that's you, you've probably been told you're too impatient, too restless. As if that's a bad thing? Come on! The restlessness is the reason you're here. It's what keeps you aware, ready, eager. So let's get to the point. Your money. Because that's when time costs the most, where falling behind stops being a feeling and starts being a number. The better entry price you missed, the opportunity that closed, the cut inflation quietly takes while you're looking the other way. So that impatience everyone told you to fix, keep it. It's an asset. Because when markets move the way they do now, keeping up isn't a nice to have. It's the entire game. And keeping up means flipping those two fears into superpowers. Seeing what matters fast. And acting on it faster. So we went to work on both, starting with seeing. As of today, the fully redesigned Questrade app now has a Discover tab. Everything in this feed is built entirely around you. You tell it what you care about. It shows you the news that actually matters, curated to your interests, your holdings, and the watch lists you've built. And it's not just big headlines. Earnings, economic data, corporate events, anything that could move your money. But your attention is valuable. And too many apps treat it like an all-you-can-eat buffet. So instead of scrolling forever, hoping to stumble upon the one thing you need, the app comes to you through curated notifications. The moment something touches your portfolio, you'll know. Now, we all know more information isn't the same as the right information. Because the slow part was never actually getting the news. It's knowing what to do with it. So we're going to help you out there too. All the news that matters distilled from noise into usable signal. And we're not talking about two-line summaries here. Even Siri does that for you now. I mean a real read on what it means for the sector, for your exact positions. None of that toggling we mentioned between your news app, your group chat, and that hacky Excel spreadsheet many of us know too well. No mental Tetris of, wait, am I exposed to this? Just the clearest path forward, right in the place where you can take action. Now here's the thing about news. The connection between stories can matter just as much as any single one of them. Today, to understand how an event is really moving the market, you have to work backwards. 100 little dots that you have to trace back and connect for yourself. And when you're moving fast, heads down in the details, the big picture is the easiest thing to lose. This fall, themes will start doing the hard work for you. A constellation of updates, connected. Things like AI supercycle, global conflicts, or extreme weather. Tap on one in any story, or just search it. And you see exactly how the entire information reel is influencing stocks, ETFs, or a whole sector. Getting information fast, that's been getting a lot easier. Understanding it just as fast, that's new. That's one half of the impatience equation. Seeing what matters fast. And acting on it faster. So we went to work on both, starting with seeing. But like we said earlier, once you see it, you still got to act on it. And even half a second between the insight and the move is the difference between capitalizing on it and a what if. That's why we brought hotkeys and hot buttons to Questrade Pro. They went live just a couple months ago, and they're already one of our most popular updates. Never use them? They're customizable keybinds and on-screen buttons for trading. Gamer reflexes, except the loot is real. Watch. I press Shift F, and my position is flattened. That existing order is overridden, and I get to take advantage of current market prices. The same thing for changing quantities or placing an order without ever opening an order entry screen. The actions you repeat most, the ones you need done the fastest, mapped to a single tap or button click. And since, let's be honest, none of us can put our phones down anyway, we're bringing the same speed to your pocket. Now your phone doesn't really have physical keys to bind anymore, so soon command prompts will be coming to the Questrade app. Same rapid execution as hot buttons, just simple slash commands instead. Say I want to flatten those same positions as before, but now on my mobile app. I type /F, and it's done. No combing through menus, no 7-step process. However complicated the order in your head, one move is all it takes. Two halves: seeing it and seizing it. Immediate insight and reflexive execution. That's how we magnify the impatient side of your ambition. So it pushes you further, faster. And when it does, you get time back. Time to sweat the small stuff. Time to hunt down the next big opportunity while everyone else is just scrolling to find it. Which is exactly where our shared ambition takes us next. Obsession.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I get to teach people about trading every day. It's my dream job because I'm obsessed with trading. Ever since my colleague taught me what a moving average was 10 years ago. Teaching allows me to share that passion with as many people as I can. And if you've ever been to one of our webinars, you've probably already met me. When you care this deeply about something, it's always with you. Always a little bit on your mind, that one thing that keeps you up at night. And some call this unhealthy and imbalanced. But obsession like this is the prerequisite for mastery. And that means the key for us is to help you channel it more effectively. So, we start by looking at what's made other areas of our lives more efficient. AI. All right, take a look at who's to your left. And now you're right. The stats would tell you that at least one of them has used AI for personal finance. To generate ideas, to evaluate and backtest strategies, to learn what you could have done better. But it's currently missing the two most important features: knowing your exact holdings and placing your trades. Typing all of this in manually wastes valuable seconds, and if you're a trader, you know just how valuable those seconds are. Today, that changes. Questrade is officially the first Canadian brokerage with full MCP connectivity. It stands for Model Context Protocol, which sounds like a mouthful, but it simply lets you securely connect your Questrade account to your AI platform of choice. Once it is, you can chat with your AI as usual, but now it will answer you using your actual account information. You can view and manage your holdings to see how they're doing. You can check in on your watch lists. And you can even have it do real-time research for you with our free Level 1 data. Most importantly, it will do all of the legwork for you in executing your trades. All you have to do is hit confirm on your phone, and done. The order is sent. It even works with custom indexing. Let's say I want to make my own index based on tech companies. But I don't want just any tech companies. I want ones that pay reliable dividends and show consistent revenue growth. Well, with MCP, I can ask my AI to run factor-based screening like this for me. And once it gives me its list and its suggested weights, I can double check or triple check its work. And as soon as you're happy with how you've remixed your index, just ask the AI to create that index on Questrade. And the next time you log in, you'll see it, saving you precious time. Starting today, you can directly connect your Questrade account to Claude and soon, other AI platforms like Codex and ChatGPT. Now the possibilities here are immense because people's preferences for how to use AI are just as distinct as their trading styles. And no matter where this AI frontier takes us, when you invest here, you'll be at the forefront of it. And when you obsess over something, you want to know all of what that frontier has to offer. Not just to help you discover new trades and strategies, to make sure you don't miss the trades you already know you'd want, whether you're online or not. All right, how many of you have logged into your platform and realized you just missed a trade by seconds? And now you're staring at your screen wondering how much money you just missed. Yeah, we want to make sure you never miss that trade again. Now that takes something a little bit more robust than an MCP, which is why we built Flows. It's designed for steady, reliable execution, and it lets you take any idea you have, any insight you're keyed into, and create a set of rules to execute that exact idea for you. Now, flows can be as simple or complex as you want them to be, but they all ultimately boil down to, if this, do that. So let's build one. Let's say to start, I just want to buy $1,000 worth of Microsoft if its price drops 5%. Now, I could drag and drop these conditions into place manually, but I can also just type that in, and the flow will be made for me. I'm not just limited to price movements either. I can mix and match multiple triggers like my positions, my balances, and even price movements of other individual securities. If you don't want to place a trade, that's fine. I can simply send an alert to myself instead of taking any action. I can even expand the setup to include logics like and or to combine as many variables as I want. So I could say, I want to buy $1,000 worth of Microsoft, but only if its price drops 5% and only if Google stock hasn't gone up, or buy $1,000 worth of Microsoft if the price falls to $350, all in the same flow. And even when you make a flow this complex, it won't go rogue or off the rails. But to ensure you've created it the way you want, every single flow has a built-in safety brake that you can turn on. You can choose if you want your flow to execute by itself or need your permission. Now, sometimes the rules you set, you're fine with them automating straight away. But other times, when you're trying out wilder ideas, you may want that final say. So you can set your flow to send you an approval request before it takes any action. And in my opinion, here's the best part. Typically, when you place a limit order waiting for your price, the system reserves your buying power, not allowing you to use it for something else. So you're stuck choosing what you want to invest in. With flows, you could ask it to purchase any position in your watch list, and it won't reserve your money. Instead, continuously scan in order to allocate your money when the condition is triggered, giving you access to more opportunities. And you can set these flows up on Questrade Pro and then log off and manage them directly from your phone. And all of this is available right here, right now, for free. And soon, we'll be adding even more triggers. Now, the first expansion will support more advanced trading and investing. You'll be able to trade based on news events and analyst ratings. And for our technical traders, we'll include indicators like RSI and VWAP and even chart patterns so you can execute your favorite technical strategy all without looking at your monitor all day. And the second expansion is even bigger. Now, some sequels don't live up to what came before them. This one will. As we launch new products this fall outside of investing, they'll be supported by flows as well. And that means you'll be able to automate things like paying bills and loans, tying your whole financial picture together. With Questrade, MCP, and flows, your obsession will be tapped into, not toned down. And while these two matter a lot, the ambitious are not easily satisfied, and neither are we.
When you live with the ambitious mindset we're talking about, you get to a point where you recognize that you actually have a lot of things figured out. But even still, there's a lingering feeling that there could be more, that this is not quite the peak. Not yet. Something can always be done better. Well, we're making that last 10% easier to find and to act on. Some people may call this hunger, greed, or perfectionism, but we know that it's deeper than that. This striving comes from the core belief that the better you get, the better you can still become. And that last 10% hides in the gaps between accounts and across parts of your finances that you rarely look at all at once. While these opportunities may not be obvious, they're absolutely worthwhile. The thing is, you can't capture what you can't see, and seeing starts with the whole picture. That's why your own personal balance sheet is now available in the Questrade app. With Balance Sheet, you can see your whole financial life together in one view, and not just your Questrade accounts, everything. From assets to liabilities, from financial holdings to physical ones, everything in one place and actually connected. Most apps, they just show you accounts. Balance Sheet shows you how they add up. When you open your banking app, your mortgage, it just looks like debt. But when you connect it to the home behind it and the equity inside it, the picture changes completely. One connected view, the whole of what you've built and worked so hard for, finally adding up. But now that you can see the whole picture, how do you make the most of it? You shouldn't have to turn over every stone or dissect the details to find the ways that you can go further. We think those opportunities should come to the surface. That's why optimization is core to the balance sheet experience. Whether it's how much you're paying for your insurance, or if your mortgage rate is still the best one available after that Bank of Canada rate change. Your balance sheet will find where you could be paying less even before your renewals sneak up on you. But it doesn't stop there. More opportunities are coming soon. Do any of us even know if our debts are optimized? Now there's a path to consolidate. Is cash lingering too long in your checking account? Automatically put it to work, getting actual returns while still maintaining liquidity. And these aren't one-time checks. They run continuously, always looking for your next best move. Any business would optimize its balance sheet regularly. Shouldn't your personal finances follow the same standard? But we never want that discipline to create more work, though. And too often, that's how pushing for that next 10% can feel. Especially when you start to strategize how all the pieces can come together to do more for you. That's why we're automating a personal finance strategy that does exactly this. The Smith Maneuver. It may be one of the best kept secrets in Canada, but it shouldn't be. For many homeowners, it's one of the most powerful ways to make your biggest asset do even more for you. Imagine if the home where you raised your kids also powered the retirement that you dream of. It can, and it comes down to one basic idea. The equity you're already building in your home is too idle. Every time you pay your mortgage, you're building up equity. And for most people, it just sits there, waiting for your home value to go up. It's almost like you've taken that money and stashed it away in the attic until you're ready to move. The Smith Maneuver strategy fixes that. It lets you access home equity through a line of credit and invest it into the market so that it's growing alongside your home value. Without increasing your total debt or affecting your cash flow, hard-earned equity shifts from idle to active. What's even more advantageous is that the cost of borrowing becomes tax deductible, so you can keep even more of what you earn. And every month, the same thing happens. You make your mortgage payment, it frees up equity, you borrow it back, you invest it, and the interest on that investment loan reduces your taxes. Do you want to accelerate this loop? Just use the tax refund to pay down your mortgage. As this cycle builds, it layers and compounds month over month, year over year. While it starts small at first, the results can be significant and honestly, just might surprise you. Let's say that I have a $1 million mortgage on my home. And if instead of only paying my mortgage, I apply the Smith Maneuver strategy, investing the growing equity after each mortgage payment into the S&P 500. Not only would I pay off my mortgage 5 years ahead of schedule, I could also retire with $1.7 million more in my portfolio. I think my retirement would look very different as a result. Sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, it's a proven strategy, but it hasn't been simple to do. There's a lot that you need to figure out upfront. What accounts do you need? What securities can you invest in? And what's the best way to stay on top of it all? All those hurdles can feel especially daunting because the Smith Maneuver sits at the intersection of the biggest parts of your financial life. Your home, your debt, your investments, and your taxes. I lead Questrade's work on the Smith Maneuver, and that complexity came up again and again when we spoke with Canadians. Some just considering it, and others who'd been running it for years. We were inspired by their success stories, and we also heard about the frustrations along the way. Because even once you understand it, you still have to execute it consistently for years. Many shared that they started out disciplined, manually running their loop every month. But then life, as it does, would get busy. One transfer would slip, and then another. Or they take a shortcut. Rather than recalculating available credit, which is different every month, they would just move a round number, say $500, on repeat. Either way, they were leaving money on the table. We knew there was an opportunity here. Not only to help more Canadians understand the strategy and its potential, but to create a system that ties it all together, powering every step with one intuitive product. Introducing Equity Engine. Same maneuver, now automated. Just connect your readvanceable mortgage, pick what you want to invest in, and we'll do the rest, consistently and automatically. As new credit becomes available, it moves directly into your dedicated investing account, down to the dollar. And the investing account in your Equity Engine, it's custom built for the Smith Maneuver, with guardrails to keep you from the common missteps while keeping all of the control in your hands. And your live dashboard tracks how your strategy is performing so that you can step away from those spreadsheets and focus on the future. Best of all, it's free for all Questrade customers. Satisfying that desire for the last 10% has never been easier.
Being ambitious means you cannot settle. When you want something, You sign that contract with yourself that you'll do whatever it takes to get there. But the challenge today is that most financial products ask ambitious people to make a trade-off, a compromise. Want control and great returns? Expect to invest a ton of time, your most valuable asset. Want outcomes while saving time? You have to hand over your control, your belief in yourself. And control without time invested? Well, emotions take over, and it's just a recipe for disaster. As you can see from the products we launched today, breaking this trade-off is the problem our product teams obsess over every single day. And these are not just individual features. They're the beginning of the financial system we're building for the ambitious. When flows trigger buys and sells based on breaking news and automated chart patterns, the impatient gets to act seconds faster than anyone else. When MCPs allow you to use AI platforms to fine-tune your custom index, the obsessive finds their next perfect portfolio. And when flows improve price action on your equity engine investments, the unsatisfied finally finds the remaining 10%. This is the system we're building to make your financial life automated, connected, accelerated, and amplified. And the last thing any great system needs is outdated fees slowing it down. So starting tonight, trading US equity options is free for every single Questrade customer. We removed trading commissions last year, and now no more contract fees. From beginners to active traders, you get the best tools you need at Questrade with the best possible pricing in the market. So every dollar of your upside is all yours. Now, every ambitious person is also a daydreamer. Every once in a while, those what-ifs just dominate our minds. Like Mark, a customer I met in Vancouver earlier this year. Mark had this crazy idea for us. What if trading gives you cash back? I mean, it was an outlandish idea, but quite fitting for the ambitious. And we just loved it. So starting tonight, at Questrade, and only at Questrade, you get cash back when you trade options. Exclusively available to Questrade Plus members, every single options contract on US equities you trade will earn you cash back. No minimums and no caps. From your very first contract onwards, you'll be earning 5 cents for every contract you trade. And we're not putting cash back in Questrade Plus just to make it a little better. We're completely reimagining what Questrade Plus can do for you to fast-track your goals. So if you're determined, impatient, obsessive, or unsatisfied, welcome to the club. With the new Questrade Plus, every move you make does more for you. Like cashback on options contracts. And 1% match on every single dollar of your annual RRSP contributions at Questrade. Free options data package, unlimited free journaling, and special pricing on our upcoming products as we expand beyond stock markets. And because our desire to get ahead doesn't stop at investing, Plus now includes lifestyle subscriptions to help you become smarter, healthier, and more connected. And Plus won't feel like a club without some special perks. That's why Questrade Plus members will get early access to our upcoming pre-IPO offering that is launching in a few weeks. Invest in the hottest private companies well before they go public, just like how the ultra-wealthy and institutional investors do. Getting in earlier can pay off in big ways. When you look at companies like SpaceX and Uber that went public over the past few years, it's clear that the majority of company value is created well before they reach public markets. Investing in these late-stage private companies more than 6 months before IPO would have gotten you 80% in annualized return. Investing on the IPO day, only 35%. And buying when trading begins, you'd actually be down 10%. With Questrade's pre-IPO, you get to be part of value creation, not value adjustment. Eligible customers will be able to buy into pre-IPO companies with a minimum of just $5,000. We're almost entirely removing the barrier to entry so you can diversify more easily. And we're working on launching with the hottest companies of the year when we launch in a few weeks. When we launch, Questrade Plus members will always get first access to every pre-IPO opportunity, 1 full week before everyone else. The new Questrade Plus, the ultimate fast pass for the ambitious. Earn more on your trades. Save for your retirements faster. Access new opportunities earlier. And expand your growth beyond the markets. For just $19.99 a month. Now, we want every ambitious Canadian to experience how far Questrade Plus can take you. So all Questrade customers will get a chance to experience the new Questrade Plus for free for the next 2 months. Every choice you make adds up. Every time you're a little more obsessive than everyone else, it adds up. Every time you erase that gap between possibilities and your actions, it adds up. And every time you push for that little bit more, it all adds up. And if you're someone who does all of that, there's nowhere else for you to be than at Questrade.
Tonight we spoke about ambition, how it looks, how it feels, and what it means. But this mindset is bigger than one event or one set of products. This mindset is what defines Questrade's new direction. Wherever you are, if you're the kind of person who has the confidence to take control of your finances, we will be here to lift you up. Because for too long, the status quo has held people like you back. You've been told it's too hard, so you need an advisor to do it for you. You've been told to settle for high fees that do not work in your favor. And you've been told to accept average products instead of exceptional ones. That is what we are here to change. We didn't become the #1 brokerage in Canada by following the pack. We lead because we are willing to do things that no one else in the industry is willing to do. In fact, our history is filled with this, and tonight it continued. By bringing agentic finance to Canada and being the very first to offer cashback on options trading. People like you are never satisfied, and neither are we. Tonight, we focused on investing. But expect us to break down every barrier between saving, borrowing, and investing to tilt all of finance in your favor. With Questrade, every dollar, every decision, and every opportunity will propel you further, so that you can outdo average in all that you do. You bring the mindset, we'll be the multiplier.